Boss World, who is your worst enemy? Who is your own worst enemy? It's yourself. It's the enemy within. Because far too long we have blamed other people for our problems. Far too long we have blamed other people for our issues. Now, in some special circumstances, there have been other people who have intervened in our lives that cause havoc, that cause chaos, that cause a lot of problems. But a lot of us, the enemy within is our own worst enemy, right? Because the information that we know, we either be finances, we either be nutrition. We know the information, but we choose not to do it because of what? I'm going to do what I want to do, regardless of what I know, right? Because you're going to live your own life. But when you have the tools and you have the information, why are you not doing better? So when we're talking about a budget, right? Every dollar has an assignment. That means you know where every dollar is going, but you're not just frivolously buying things and window shopping, or sporadically buying things because you saw something on sale. Did you actually make a plan to go out and buy that? The enemy within always tells us you deserve it. But sometimes you didn't even work for it because you use what? Your credit card, which puts you more in debt. Because here's the thing, if you truly work for something, don't you have the cash? Don't you have that amount of money in your bank account? If you truly work for it. So a credit card is an extension of wealth. I've said that before. A credit card is an extension of wealth. It's using somebody else's money when you don't have the money. And guess what? You're paying anywhere from 18 to 26%. That's the interest they're getting back. You're paying a quarter of the amount back to somebody in interest. And you're not going to pay off your card at the end of the month or before the cycle ends, so you're gonna pay them even more money. Because when we talk about compound interest, it works both ways, guys. It works when they get their money, and it works when you get your money when you do high yield savings. But here's the thing, the enemy within constantly tells you that you deserve it, constantly tells you that you can afford it, constantly tells you that you should have all the joys of your life, all the while you know you didn't work for it. But you pull out your plastic. And you take out loans to say, I can afford this. No, let me tell you, the enemy within, it's you. It's no one else. Yeah, we also get enticed, right? We get convinced by advertisers, marketers. They make things look glorious when you go buy a car, 0 interest, but you don't have the money, so you get a loan. When you go get a credit card, oh, you use your reward points. How much money did you spend to get all those reward points? How often did you use that card? Now, granted, there's a small percent of the population that actually use credit cards for their benefit. I'm gonna give you like 5% actually use credit cards as a benefit. And I'm talking about the 5% of people who actually use that credit card and then pay it off. They use that credit card, then pay it off. But how about this? If you know you're not good with these things and you know who you are, the enemy within, you know who you are, cut up your credit cards and use your debit card. Because now we're talking about real cash, baby. And here's another thing. There's a lot of things that you can do to start your budget, the enemy within. He don't want you to do that, right? Because even we get in the mindset of our debit card. You ever been up to the counter and you use your debit card and they say, sir, it's been declined. You're like, oh, I know it's money on there. And the problem is you forgot that you went to another store and you spent that last $30 on something else. And so when you went to the grocery store to get yourself something to eat, you don't have the money. The enemy within, even with the debit card. So a lot of times it's good to take out cash when it comes to your budget. So if you make a budget for gas, if you make a budget for groceries, take out that money, take out the actual cash. Because when you get up to the cash register and your budget for the month is $300, or your budget for the month every 2 weeks is $150, which equals $300 for the month, then you can do the math right there. Like, well, I can't buy that because I don't have enough for that, and that's outside of my budget. Because you need to have goals within your budget. But what fights against you? The enemy within. It's called debt, right? The enemy within. The enemy within actually wants you to get in debt because you want to party till you fall, because you're like, well, I don't have enough money. Oh, I'll use my credit card. And it doesn't matter where it's from. It could be from all the big names. It doesn't matter from the little names. credit is horrible. Credit is wrecking us, right? Because we think that we're doing a great thing. We boister about our credit score. Why would you need a credit score if you don't need to take out debt? Something to think about, right? Think about that. Why would you need a credit score if you're not going to take out debt? See, we like to replace these words. Some people say take out a loan. No. You're going to take out debt because that means you're going to owe somebody something. And somebody saying, well, it's only 0%. You owe somebody money. You didn't work for it. You don't have it right now, so you don't deserve it right now. What you need to do is save your money and then go buy it. Say it again. What you need to do is save your money, then go buy it because you didn't work for it, not yet. But when you have the money and you're out of debt and you go purchase that item, then you actually work for it, then asking somebody else for their money. The enemy within. So Ross, where I want you to think about that little guy, that little girl on your shoulder, like, and we do it very subconsciously, right? Think about that. See, marketers and advertisers, they work on your subconscious because they know that your subconscious is more powerful than your conscious, right? Because your subconscious controls you. You ever been walking and you heard a song, and then maybe 2 or 3 blocks down, you start singing that song, and somebody heard the same song, say, hey, you heard that same song. You're like, yeah. That is your subconscious, and that's how marketers actually work on you. And they know, they do these songs, they do these ditties, they do these rhyme, things, so you can think about that when you're in the store. You can think about that when you're at the counter. You can think about those things to spend your money, and when you don't have your own money, you can use that money. This is Ross. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and attack the enemy within you and delete them. I'm out.